Good afternoon and welcome to the next in series of Successful Introvert Workshops. My name is Brian Johnson, host, and it's really great to be here this afternoon. I hope you're enjoying the last day of summer as we move to autumn tomorrow. What I really enjoy about these sessions is sharing some of my 30-odd years experience of financial service and what I've learned from that. And over the last few years, I've really transitioned into doing something completely different. So I realised what I enjoyed doing most was really helping other people and sharing from my experiences to help guide, coach, and mentor people to achieve the success they're looking for, and sharing some of the highs and lows of my actually I really enjoy doing. And yeah, if you do have any comments, please feel free to chat afterwards or and always happy to get some input from other people. And today we're really talking about creating a better relationship with your boss, creating a better relationship. And I think we've probably all been there throughout our careers, recognizing that some people we get on better than others and wanting to build a stronger, better relationship with our boss, you know. And as an introvert, sometimes overthinking comes along there, and you wonder, you know, you're feeling a bit frustrated, underappreciated, worry what they think about that. Interestingly, for me, it's always been the male bosses I've struggled with not a good relationship with. And that's just recognizing there are different sorts of people that we connect with better than others, and yet, you know, those I struggle with, I've really saw it as their problem rather than mine. And it's only when I met a wise person who pointed out actually it was in my control to change that relationship. I could see things differently, and actually recognizing we all want different things. The person who takes control, takes responsibility, is the one who can achieve more. But part of what we're really doing is really defining what it is we actually want. It's very easy to say, oh, I have a better relationship with my boss, but what does that mean to us? What is it we actually want? What's the end practical goal from actually achieving that? And that's really something that's really worth thinking about. And really spending a little time jotting these things down. What is it you want to feel? How do you want to feel appreciated and valued going forward? What's going to be different in that? Really asking yourself some important questions around being. So am we going to feel more excited, engaged, motivated, enthused, look forward more to coming to work? And spending a little time clearly about thinking about where we want to be. Just knowing where we want to be enables us to map out a route to achieve it. Where are we now? What is the situation? And this is really a key thing to think about, really, in any steps. Knowing what success looks like and getting that real sense of success. For me, it's often really worth just spending some time sitting down there and thinking about what success looks and feels like. Close the eyes and just create that image. I can feel that sense of success. It brings a sense of inner joy and peace, and lifting. Lifting sense of happiness inside, just when you have that great relationship. And really taking some time to think about this, just noticing everything that's going on, noticing things you're hearing, things you're seeing. How is the body language different? What are the words they're doing? brain different? The voice sound, what is it different in your voice in that situation? Really becoming aware of what that looks like can be really important. Being attuned to what success looks like can really help us focus on the things is knowing what's going to be important in that. The difference is what is, you know, that success of good and strong relationship going to make. What are you looking for from your boss? Because we're all looking for different things. Are you looking for friendship? Are you looking for the friend with your boss? So you want to feel a sense of recognition, appreciation, that you want a better relationship to help you move along in your career. That next promotion opportunity comes up, that you're the first name that comes into your boss's mind. You want to feel relaxed and comfortable in work. You want to worry what your boss is going to say or do, right? How you're working. Is it just changing the dynamic so you feel more motivated? One thing to realise is we're all looking for different things, and what a good, strong relationship for you with your boss means might be something completely different from me and completely different from everybody else you know. But it's not like someone telling you this is what you should be aiming for. It's about actually, what is it I want? Because we all want different things. Some of us, some people, you know, are looking for that career promotions. Other people, actually, I enjoy this job. I want to be here. I want to be confident doing it for the next 20 years. Most of those are equally fine and valiant outcomes, and anything in between. Recognizing actually you getting that motivation and success from the relationship you want. And taking that image we created of actually what's going on in success, you've got that image. We have a look around, and who do you know who gets as the relationship you're looking for? And observing what's going on, how do they need to interact? What is their level of interaction? What is their conversation like? And all this is being aware of what's going on around you. Really taking some time out to go, actually, how does that person interact with the boss different from me? How, when I imagine that interaction, does that look different from what's going on now? Because it's all about figuring out what you need to do to get to where you want to be. You can sit around for a long, you know, and wish a lot of things. And it's also exploring what your boss wants. Different people want different things. What is it your boss wants from his staff? If staff has a better relationship, what is he getting from them? Is it the same for everybody? If you're looking for, or what is she looking for? Someone they can enjoy an afternoon drinking with, or just chat over coffee and talk about what's going on in the world, sport, or whatever. I'm looking for full explanation of what's gone on, what you're doing. Do they need that? Or just they want quick fact. You want me to do this? I've done it. It's done. It's complete. Finished. You want that project done? I can do it by X deadline. And it's understanding how they interact, whether they want that long conversations or whether they want the short conversations. And it's noticing how you interact with them. It's about adapting your style to what your boss wants. And that's really the key thing. Knowing what your boss wants and actually understanding, oh, here's the relationship I want. How do I get that? Because if you've got a boss who just wants, you know, have you done this? Blah, blah, blah. You bring them with 20-minute information, they're going to switch off. To recognise that actually, how can I shorten my responses to match them? If they really want a long chat, they're happy to stand and chat for 5 minutes. Not really talk about your work, that's fine. If they want to micromanage, understand what they want to micromanage and adapt. So actually, you want to know E to Z, right? A to Z. And when you adapt to their style, you build a stronger relationship, knowing where you want to sit with them. And really, we move on from that. Really, a good exercise really to do is really to sit, imagining yourself looking at you, sit being your boss. Imagine your boss, take your boss's pose, whatever your boss's pose is, and sit there, imagine they're looking at you. Think about what they are seeing, what they're hearing, what do they notice. And look into those eyes and just bring up that image and think, actually, what are they seeing? Is this the person delivering what they want? What are they seeing? What are they hearing? What are they doing? Great to spend 4 or 5 minutes just imagining boss seeing, boss experience. Just creating this image, creating that, and really jotting down some notes here is really useful because you know where you want to be. We talked about knowing where you want to be. Really, how do you move that forward to getting to where you want to be? And writing some notes. I think actually you can think actually, you can look at the notes. Actually, how does my boss see me? Look at which of the positive comments you're writing down, which are the negative, which ones are in your control. This is really the key where we're working to. Because we can figure out what we can control, what we can change. So spending some time creating images of being real, or really creating that image, when I'm successful, this is what is going on. And then actually seeing, where does my boss see me now? What is it they see I'm doing? Okay, and then you know where you want to be, you know where you are now, and you can notice the differences, and you can go, actually, what areas do I need to be focused on? What area is going to make a difference? What can I control on? Easiest thing to control is the way we convey information to our boss. Are we doing it in their style? They want information. I'm just thinking about actually, okay, when he talks to one of my colleagues, that's the way they exchange information, and he's super happy. How can I adapt my style to be more like that successful style? Seeing what you can do differently. Really focusing on actually noticing the areas you can improve. So the key areas we're really talking about today is going through that mental stage of imagining yourself with that successful relationship you want, having defined that relationship. That's just where I want to be. Spending some time recognizing where your boss feels you are at the moment in the relationship. Put yourself in their shoes and going, actually, critical eye going, actually, these are the things, this is how I see Ryan at the moment. These are the areas I can work on, and these are the areas I can do differently. And focusing on actually what can you change, realizing a lot of that's in your control. You can take charge, you can control, you can change. And what we're going to really do is focus on making that difference. So this is the key. This is the key thing we're really working on now. Making those changes, focusing on actually this is what we can achieve. So as we move forward, I hope you've learned something. Hopefully you're taking it forward, and I really can make some good progress here. I'd love to know what you think you've learned and really taking it forward. What have you learned? What are you going to do differently? We can take control. We can control this, something we can change. figure out one thing you're going to do different today. How are you going to make this one thing? Every day we can make it something. Every day we can move closer to where we want to be. Your challenge is figuring out what the next step is. I hope you found that really useful today. Quick whistle stop tour. And it's about getting that structure in place, getting your mind set in the right place for going forward. And we really love to get your feedback, saying what you'd like me to cover more, what you'd like me to do differently. Because I always appreciate feedback and comments on what we're doing. And next week, we're really going to talk about how we generally think about our communications and being you and not rude. Because I'm not somebody who will naturally talk to you for half an hour. It depends where I'm feeling my social energy, whether I communicate with you at all, and how long I stay communicating with you. I recognise I have a social battery and it runs out and it needs to be guarded. I find that same in doing these talks. So it's recognising our strengths and weaknesses and using them wisely to achieve the successful ones. I hope you found it really useful today. I'd love to see you next week in comments. If you want to reach out, you can email me at brian@brianpauljohnson.com, or you can scan a QR code and book some time my diary. We can have a really deep chat about how I do that. I'd love to know your thoughts. Other than that, I will leave you to enjoy the rest of the day. As August runs to an end, it's really good to get autumn starting tomorrow. So if you do have any questions, do reach out. Other than that, I will look forward to seeing you next week.